What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dummy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video, and today we're continuing to actually talk about Genshin Impact and the boycott that's been going on. For those of you who aren't aware, there is a current boycott going on because a bunch of people who are overt narcissistic racists take a look at a game made in China for an Asian audience and screech and shout that there are no black and brown people in a game targeted towards Asian individuals and filled with Asian people, especially since the latest update releasing the Nautilin characters takes heavy inspiration for the architecture, the world building, clothing, so on and so forth, off of African, Central American, indigenous, all that style of clothing and that types of culture. And a bunch of racist individuals have been freaking out, some of which happen to actually be voice actors themselves for Genshin Impact, a bunch of lefty weirdos from LA screeching and shouting online. And I wanted to come over to this article just to give you a detail of what they're crying about. They're crying that this character here, for example, isn't black or brown. Same with this character. And they completely ignore the fact that a lot of these characters are meant to be Asian and are targeted towards an Asian audience. They don't get that. They don't recognize that. But they also don't care. Well, since then, the boycott ultimately started failing. The Hoyoverse company started saying, hey, we have actually been seeing a 10% rise in all boycotts, and nothing you guys have actually been doing has actually been affecting them. But there are some new shakeups that have occurred because it kind of looks like Hoyoverse isn't going to be pulling punches anymore. And every voice actor that decided to come out in support to the boycott, all of you guys might actually have your jobs on the line now, because we come over here to this Zenless Zone Zero and Honokai Star Rail. Voice actress gets replaced after appearing to signal boost Genshin Impact and Hoyoverse boycott. Now, it's not fully confirmed on why she was let go, but in one of the latest updates, it was discovered that this particular voice actress was indeed replaced. And you scroll down here. On July 31st, Hoyoverse announced as part of their version 2.4 Finest Duel Under the Princeton Blue update that the voice actors for Argenti, Hoyo Hoyo, and Tail had been replaced. And you have this whole thing that basically confirms that this was in the patch itself, and you come down here. Similarly, the patch notes that Zenless Zone Zero's version 1.1 undercover R&B update details state change the English voice actress of Argent, Lucy, and Sokaku and replace the corresponding voice lines. And this particular voice actress was Courtney Lynn here. Oh, hi, Courtney. Who, when the actual boycott started up, you had her come out here on July 14th. Oof, jumping back on Twitter to say your voices matter. And I'm so proud of our community for using theirs, retweet, email, speak up. Our community is strong. Now, some people have taken to think that this is response to SAG-AFTRA and I believe, voice actor strike that was also about to happen around the same time. But the thing is, this tweet here went out 6 days before SAG-AFTRA actually said that, yes, the voice actors will be kind of going on strike. So, yeah, it was all in response to the Hoyoverse boycott. And it's funny to see this, because now it's showing that Hoyoverse isn't dealing with this. They don't care about you, and they're starting to recognize what the problems are. If you're gonna be disparaging the company in this way, there's probably tons of clauses in the actual contracts that maybe they can get rid of you. Non-disparagement clauses, things of that nature. Hoyoverse holds all the power here. All these voice actors and actresses really don't hold the power. So when you're going out online making these statements, as vague as it would be, people could probably line it up and say, you know what? You're treating us like crap. You're trying to push this baseless conspiracy theory that we're racist, even though all these things are being targeted more towards an Asian audience. We only have you on here to be kind to you and to spread this to the West, because we don't really need them in the West, but we just like the Western audience and like to make money. If you're going to talk bad to us, we'll get rid of you. Something that a lot of companies actually add in their contracts. And it's nice to see some companies actually potentially doing this. But let's just say this whole shakeup here of her losing her job isn't going unnoticed by several individuals over on Twitter, including some of her own voice actor cohorts. We come down here to Valerie Rodriguez, who decided to go on a major Twitter rant, and we're just gonna get the first half of this, and then we'll go into her unhinged rant, where yes, she is wishing people to lose their lives because they're tired of activist voice actors. That is a literal thing that happened. But you see, Valerie quote tweeting her friend here just the other day, I'm in the comments verbally berating haters. V Nation, join me in my crusade. Courtney is an incredible, kind, and caring human being. She doesn't deserve this. To arms! Yes, she's calling all the crazy individuals that support the Hoyoverse boycott, which is basically a fraction of like their spec in the grand scheme of things, to come together to attack and fight the trolls on the internet, because there are people pointing out how this boycott is pointless and doesn't make sense and is honestly just a bunch of narcissistic, full-fledged racists that have to have their race and their identity at the front of everything, coming into Courtney's thing and honestly responding to everybody in this whole boycott back and forth. Every voice actor has been getting berated and stuff that have been supporting this, and rightfully so. Let's be real honest here, guys. As much as I'm not going to tell you to go after them, if you say something stupid on the internet, you're going to get people responding to you, pointing out how stupid you are. But she wants to try to come out here and say everybody that's against us is just a racist. So yes, you're going to get more people responding with backlash. Welcome to the internet. But you see, she's trying to make it up. You get this person. I'm going to need some context. Why is she getting hate? Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Very few people deserve this ish. Some of these losers are saying she was part of the folks saying they wished there were better rep in Genshin, then left Twitter for a bit, then came back and all the haters came out to ish on her. Or maybe they've just been responding the entire time because this whole boycott is just a bunch of like weirdos trying to screech and shout about race and how it matters. But okay, as you can see, she's trying to already paint it that it's a bunch of racist individuals that are just attacking her for no apparent reason. Well, the reason was because of the Genshin Impact boycott. Well, our good friend here, our lovely good friend Rodriguez here, she went on a bit of a crazy rant. Genshin Impact voice actor goes on unhinged rant. You're a effing loser who's going to die alone. Her words, not mine, YouTube. Okay, so we scroll down here, an individual who calls herself Valerie Rodriguez and who voices Scores in Genshin Impact went on an unhinged rant against the player. And this is all in response to somebody who came and responded to our lovely voice actress who lost her job. And this is exactly what was said. So proud of my community. My community is so powerful and brave for getting rid of you. It's wonderful to let all voices be heard, but not yours. What a wonderful community. My community loves my community, and love is love, and community is community, and we love our community. That's a bunch of word salad there. Honestly, I like these weirdos being able to come out here and say whatever the heck they want to say. I'm not all for cancel culture, but when I look at this whole situation here, it does very much look like she probably violated a non-disparagement clause, and there's a lot of these voice actors that might need to start taking a good long look at their actual contracts and see if maybe there's a non-disparagement clause going on in all this. But, you know, you come back over here to this post, and they are highlighting the fact that she's no longer in the game at all. And you come down here to Valerie responding, you're an effing loser who's going to die alone, and I would bet 1,000 US dollars that you are incredibly depressed and hate yourself. Get therapy or rot alone in your bedroom, but leave nice people out of it, nerd. That or have the balls to say this ish in person, not behind a profile pic. I'm just gonna say, listen, I'm not here to like be happy when people lose their jobs. I could just point out to you what's more than likely happened on why they lost their job, and stupid people are gonna lose their job sometimes. It happens, okay? And you did a stupid thing, you lost your job, whatever. I'm just laughing because it's so ridiculous that you guys don't realize this. But yeah, this is an example of a voice actor and how they treat fans and how they treat people. Obviously, I think this post here went maybe a little too far, but you can see this person is tired of the boycotters and their flimsy argument as to why they are boycotting and why Hoyoverse is racist. It's so flimsy, it doesn't make logical sense, and it's hypocritical. So you see this person rejoicing over Courtney losing her job. So then the other voice actress decides to disparage the person, saying that they're an effing loser, probably lonely, probably gonna die alone, all this stuff, and honestly wishing death on the individual. And why am I pointing out that yes, they are wishing death on the individual, even if they're saying get therapy, they are wishing this person to basically die, is because you scroll down here and you see this. It seems like literacy doesn't exist anymore, so I'd like to clarify my response to that racist troll celebrating my friend getting fired was not about wishing death on them. I'd never do that. Hold up, if this is an example of your racist trolls that you've been going and dunking on, okay, where's the racism in anything that was said here? There's not a single thing in here about race. Oh, that's because if you're against the boycott, you're a racist. That's what this is, guys. That's what's going on here. So if you're against the boycott, you're a racist. And yes, you wish the person to die alone. Why else would you say this? But okay, I said that they would die alone. Ha ha ha. Why would you bring up dying alone and all this if you didn't want it to happen? You wish this to happen. So yes, you did wish death on this person. And I'd say it again. So you'd wish death on them again. Congratulations. All these people clutching their pearls for this asshole and tagging my employers are crazy when her comment section was full of users like Funny German Man's Kitten calling her 18 different slurs and celebrating her firing. Get effed. I should have said something worse. All of this is examples as to why maybe Valerie should start rethinking what she's posting online, because I easily think non-disparagement clauses are coming into effect. Some of these voice actors might actually start having to think what they are posting out there, and Hoyoverse kind of looks very trigger happy to get rid of bad PR individuals. Like yourself, Valerie. This is insane. Oh, but German Man's Kitten. Where oh, I don't see German Man's Kitten right here. So who's German Man's Kitten? What are these people saying, huh? There's probably a handful of people that are saying something maybe a little racist. Maybe. I'm not going to say there's not. I'm also not going to say it's everybody, but you're trying to conflate everybody who's against the boycott as being racist. All this is, after you've wished death on the person, is now trying to smear them as a racist, even though what set you off was nothing to do with race, was just somebody celebrating that they got fired after supporting the boycotts. But now you want to smear them as being racist as well. So they continue on. People want me fired and are tagging MHY cause I was clapping back at racist trolls in Courtney's comments, saying I'm being mean and ish. If you don't want me to say mean-ish back to you, don't say mean-ish in the first place. All you've been doing is saying mean things. Every little thing has been mean from your mouth. All you have been doing the entire time is calling everybody who's against the boycott racist trolls and attacking them, going after them. Yeah, don't tag their employers. Let their employers see it on their own. Whatever happens, happens at that point. But you brought this on yourself because you started acting like an idiot online. I will go to effing war for my friends. Yes, I would say it all in person. No, I do not care if I get fired for that. I know where my ideals and morals lie, and I will always roast the F out of assholes, especially for friends. I can respect that. Hey, if you're celebrating this person's firing, okay, yeah, sad, but you are going out of your way to act like an idiot and a unhinged freak right now. So sorry if you're gonna get clapback from other people making fun of you. Finally, be kind and love each other, but don't be dormant. If someone's effing with you, you have full permission to give it right back to them, and don't apologize. Okay, so then everybody has full permission to slap back at you. And also that whole statement is being kind of contradictory, because yes, be kind and love each other. Yeah, always show kindness. But I mean, snarky response here and there is one thing. But what you're doing isn't, you know, like snarky responses or saying, hey, you know what, this isn't right. I kindly wish you to stop. She's a good person. This sucks that this happened. I'm her friend. You know, saying kind stuff back to the people who are, you know, praising that she lost her job. No, you wish the dude to die, and you then slandered them as being racist when they didn't post anything racist at all. That's what you did there. So yes, you're now just going on an unhinged freakout moment. Do you have ground to call anyone that when you hide behind your Twitter profile to support the boycott, instead of going in person and tell MHY you are boycotting them? I'm not boycotting MHY. I don't even play their games. And I'm not flying to China, mate. Well, I mean, you are supporting the boycott because all we got to do is scroll down here and you see everything. You see them fully supporting the boycott and crying that Smite did something better with a character that's not even supposed to be a one-to-one adaptation. It is literally a different version of the character altogether for their game. You are supporting the boycott. You have been supporting the boycott. You see this evidence right here, and we can even go back to the voice actors. All these voice actors are supporting the boycott here, and you scroll down here. Oh, look, supporting the boycott. So yes, you supported the boycott. You're boycotting it. You're signal boosting it. You're a voice actor assisting in everything that's going on. So you really don't have any room to speak. All this was just an unhinged rant where you honestly were being hypocritical, calling everybody who's against the boycott racist and attacking people like you're some sort of psychopath. And the funniest part about this, okay, is all I'm seeing is this particular voice actor posted one thing, and she lost her job. I lean towards it possibly being a non-disparagement clause, because even if it's in contract, why did they replace her altogether? They should have just brought in a new voice actress, and they would probably just move on from there with a different voice actress. So why did they completely erase her existence? Something there isn't making sense. So I'm willing to bet there was a broken contract here, non-disparagement clause, whatever. And all I'm seeing is Hoyoverse might be going out of their way now to get rid of every voice actor who's supporting a boycott and is disparaging the company, which was funny because you guys are acting like you're untouchable, like you matter, like you are something super important to Hoyoverse right now. But the thing is, all you guys are just voices at the end of the day. I like voice actors, okay? The voice actors do good work. All of you guys are replaceable, and there's a lot of voice actors that are coming up in the voice acting community, don't require a whole lot of actual big studio setups or anything to record their voices. And voice acting is one of the easier jobs. Yes, you have to act and be able to like control your voice and do things with your voice, but it is one of the easier parts to making a game. And also they're not always required within video games. On top of that, a lot of modern day voice actors that are coming up in the ranks are people at their computers. Myself, if I worked a little bit at it and train my acting skills, my voice manipulation skills, things like that, I could easily be a voice actor and replace any of these people. That's the sad reality of these guys. Like, you guys don't really have much power here. And it kind of looks like Hoyoverse is starting to come out here and say, we're just going to get rid of all the voice actors that are giving us a headache and are disparaging our company and might be treating the community with disrespect. We'll just get people in here that aren't going to do that. They don't even have to come out here and be like, hey, I'm against the boycott. I love the game so much and we're going to propagate it everywhere. No, they just need to get people in there that are going to be like, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to say my opinion. I'm not going to, you know, say one way or the other. I don't really care. I just want to do a good job. Because those people will come in, do the job, not disparage the company whatsoever. Even if they don't appreciate what's going on right now, they're not going to come out here and be like, you're a bad company. And they're not going to attack the fans. All this stuff hurts the community in the long run and leads people to say that we don't want to participate in the game because you hire people. And I'm not going to say Courtney Lynn is an example of this, but I'll gladly say Rodriguez over here is an example of this. I'll gladly say a lot of these voice actors over here are wonderful examples of this. Get rid of the bad apples, get some new good apples, make money. But you know, at the end of the day, this isn't cancel culture that's going on right now. This is legitimate consequence culture in which people disparage the company, disparage what's going on, lost their job, probably a non-disparagement clause. Hoyoverse has just got to keep making money and keep being successful because, again, this whole game is targeted towards an Asian audience, Asian individuals, Chinese audience, Japanese. All those countries are the people that bring in the big Mulu bucks. Western countries really aren't even a blip on the grand scheme of things. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video go live, and I'll see you guys all on the next one. Bye for now.